Welcome everyone, good evening, and day 3 of we're going to have a little chat about this amazing book, the Tao Te Ching, which is a philosophical work of 81 chapters from China, 2,500 years old. And if we could live by one chapter, our lives would be amazing. And so we're just going to have a look at this. But before I do, I want to mention one of the main Qigong principles. I've been learning and studying Qigong for over 25 years. And one of the main aspects of Qigong is that we empty the body, we empty the mind, and then things can sort themselves out. So sometimes we take a very simple meditation position, like holding an empty ball. And when you hold a position like that, you actually connect with the space in the body. And there's a lot more space than solid matter in the body. But often we see the body as solid, it's a bit squashed, it causes a lot of problems. So we need to create more space for ourselves. And Qigong is connecting with the space. So the body becomes insubstantial. And when it does, things can sort themselves out. You take time over it, things go to their right place. And a good example recently, somebody came to one of the classes and we were just holding this empty ball. And he said, after the end of the class, he said, it felt like all my internal organs went to their right place. So when you create the space, everything sorts itself out, but we need to take the time. Qigong is one practice. Of course, there are lots of other different practices like yoga, Pilates for our health, but Qigong works on the body and the mind. And similarly with the mind, when we empty the mind, then there's more space in the mind for creativity, for inspiration, for connecting to the universal consciousness. And then we sometimes get ideas, we get inspiration, and we feel better. The mind settles and all the thoughts, which often are heavy, just dissolve away. So I'm just going to read a chapter from the Tao Te Ching, and it's chapter 11. It's one of my favorites. And before I read it, as we do, we're going to do these little Tibetan bells. To bring us to the present moment. And chapter 11. 30 spokes are joined together in a wheel, but it is a center hole that allows the wheel to function. We mold clay into the pot, but it is the emptiness inside that makes the vessel useful. We fashion wood for a house, but it is the emptiness inside that makes it livable. We work with the substantial, but the emptiness is what we use. So, very simple and yet very profound. And I think it's an interesting principle for our lives. If we actually create space, this is one of the principles also in Feng Shui, which is the study of space. That if we create space and keep things clear, it allows more possibility for things to come into our lives. So if you have a cluttered house, cluttered desk, it's going to keep things blocked. So stay connected with the insubstantial nature of ourselves and of our minds. And Qigong is just one practice. You can have a look at flowinghealth.co.uk, which is a website, a lot more information, and on YouTube as well. There's a YouTube channel, Flowing Health, with lots of Qigong practical tips and exercises. So we're gonna end for the evening. It's a bit later tonight than usual. And I wish you a great evening, and we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.